Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video I'm going to show you guys how I make these Tyvek beads, which is handmade beads made from sheets of Tyvek, which is a kind of plastic meets fabric. It's something you can buy on eBay. I believe in America they have it as envelope packaging. And as you can see in the video, I'm painting the Tyvek. You need to paint both sides. I'm just using acrylic paint on this side, but I do end up using gouache as well. Both paints seem to work well, but generally I use acrylic paint to do this. Now this isn't a tutorial I thought of myself, it was from a previous artist called Carolyn Saxby. You'll be able to find the tutorial with step-by-step guide used to be on her blog if you just Google her, but this is a video just to show you the steps I do. Like I said, what you need to do first is take your sheets of Tyvek. I use 4 different sheets here, and I paint both sides a different colour until both sides are done and ready for me to cut up. Once you're happy that you've painted both sides of the Tyvek and they are fully dry, you need to cut them up into strips. And now these are just depending on how thick you really want your beads to be, so I did mine quite different sizes, some large, some small, all along the width of the paper rather than the length, just because I don't want beads to be too bulky. So I'm cutting them all down to different strips that I can use later to form my beads. Once all your strips of Tyvek are cut up, you do need a few materials. You can use metallic threads for additional embellishments, some little wooden rods to wrap the bead around. You'll need some pins to pin them in place, which is what I've got here. And you're also going to need some stick glue and a heat gun. The stick glue will just help you stick down the thread when you come to wrap it around the beads. Like what I'm doing here is just firstly I always wrap one strip around first for the colour I want to show. The colour on top is the main colour that will show, but you may see some of the other colour underneath once you're attacking it with a heat gun. And then you just wrap around another sheet, or if you want to as well, you can also wrap some of the thread between the layers first before attacking it with a heat gun. And I do this in some of the later bead videos, which you will see coming up. Now I'm just going to start attacking the bead with the heat gun. You just need to keep moving the bead around if you can, by moving the stick around or moving your heat gun, and just watching as the heat starts manipulating your Tyvek. Now this can go a little bit crazy to start. You can think everything's going to fall apart, but the Tyvek will go hard once it's cooled. So you just need to play out, and you can build this up in layers. You don't have to stick with what you've got on the first bead. You can add more Tyvek later, and it'll form more texture. You can also add more thread at this point if you've already added some thread. It's up to you really. Just play with it and see what works for you and how you want to use them in your projects. here I've been adding more layers to the bead as it goes along, using the heat again to get the texture that I want. I'm not too worried about parts falling off. You don't need to be worried about that kind of thing. They will become quite firm anyway if you just use them in projects. If you want to make jewellery out of these, which you can do, you'd obviously want to make sure any parts that move slightly you do get rid of. My favourite part is actually adding the metallic threads, because it does add a depth to your pieces, it adds interest and adds texture, and I love adding texture to the work that I'm doing, especially on these beads. You can also add, which I don't do on these, but you can add fabrics, really light fabrics that you know will melt slightly under a heat, and you can add those to these as well. I have done that in the past, but I've not done it with these particular beads. I haven't mentioned that you can wear a face mask while doing this, but I don't. I don't think that many fumes come off, so I don't really need to worry about that, but if you want to, it's an option, use a face mask. Right guys, now you're going to see all the beads I did create. These are photos of these are on my Instagram. I will take some better photos as well, so be sure to follow me there. And if you do use this technique, obviously tag me on Facebook, tag me on Instagram so I can see. And if you want more details on how to do it, check out Carolyn Saxby's blog or drop me a message and I'll try and get some more details. I will make some more of these and I'll try and upload more videos eventually. But like I said, I just need to decide now how I want to use these. Like I said, if you're going to use these as jewellery, I'll probably coat them in varnish first, use some Liquitex varnish, eyeglass varnish. But these will be more for textile projects, so I won't be varnishing them. Thank you all for watching. Please drop me a like if you like this. Be sure to follow me and I'll get some more videos uploaded as soon as I can. Thank you.